How's it going, everybody? All right, so today we're going to talk about some real results. People often ask about SEO, what it is, how it works, things like that. But I want to go ahead and share with you guys some of the real results that we've been able to experience with, search engine optimization and doing it the right way. I know that this online world changes quite a bit, with, the AI and the AI overviews and chat GPTs and the different answer engines and whatnot. So it's always a constant kind of management situation where you're like, okay, I see some pages here are going down a little bit, or they've gone up a little bit. I mean, and just kind of figure out why this is happening, and what we can do to fix it if there's something wrong, or what we can do to always continue to improve. So what I want to go ahead and do today is show you some results and testimonials of just some of the different clients that we've had, so you can kind of see real things. So let's go ahead and click on results and testimonials. All right, so we have some case studies here. One of them, which I thought was pretty cool, is a client we had here. They were in Texas, and we were able to, when she first started out, she was showing a position average of 100. And then within 4 weeks, we were in average, let's just say position like 60 something. And then 6 weeks, her average position of 25. And then within 16 weeks, I think the average position was about 7, which was great. So you can kind of see that where they started out, not having any SEO done at all, basically just kind of existing their website and not having optimized pages and things like that, or backlinks to the site and whatnot. You can see how quite quickly things can change, to where they're showing up and they're getting good results. So that's one there I think is really good. Here's a cleaning company in the Atlanta area in Georgia. This is actually in a specific city called Johns Creek. I'm not sure if you can read these very well or not, but we're showing you some positioning essentially. So what you see here are in the green are numbers 1 through and ideally 10. Not ideally 10, ideally 1, but 1 through 10. Those are usually what's on the first page of Google. And we'll see number 1 will be literally number 1 at the very, very top of the page. And then if you see like number 3 or number 6, that's like position 6 or position 3 on that page. So for here, we have Airbnb cleaning like Johns Creek. We're number 1 in there, and we're also number 1 in the maps section too. Everything you see here that has a pin basically tells you that they're showing up in the maps section. So vacation rental cleaning, house cleaning, maid service, construction cleanup, house cleaning Johns Creek without the GA, maid service without the GA, post-construction cleaning without the GA, move-out cleaning, and so on. So that was a pretty easy one, actually, because it was actually one city. It's a smaller city, which is good. Sometimes it gets a little bit harder when you're working on a different, larger city. Here's a city for a client we did near Brisbane, Australia. And they were in the Redlands, which is a city, kind of like a county. And we have cleaning service, Redlands, NDIS cleaning for people who may be watching this from Australia. Sorry, I forgot the Redlands part wrong about it being a county, but I remember it being like an area and not necessarily just one city. But NDIS cleaning was something that they used kind of like for the government, that they had a government program where people would be cleaning for, I think, older folks. Unit cleaning, they called it, townhouse cleaning, house cleaning, apartment cleaning, maid service, more house cleaning and apartment cleaning keywords. So you'll see that we're able to get them onto that first page of Google from not being anywhere. And so when people hire you, they're not really on the first page of Google yet, And so all of these are pretty much some great examples of that. Here's a cleaning company in St. Louis, or near St. Louis, Missouri. They were actually in Fenton, but we were also able to help them out in other cities as well. I think there's this particular client had, I think I have 3 screenshots of them because they're on the first page of Google for like over 100 keywords, and then what we emphasized were the different cities around that area of Fenton. So we did like Creve Coeur, Ladue, Chesterfield, and some more of those that are probably either on the computer here or they're down here below. So one of the things that we can do when it comes to SEO is not just optimize for one city, we can actually optimize for multiple cities that are around the area. And when you do that, you're able to not only display your brand, in different searches that people are performing, but also it tells Google what your service area is, which also helps expand your geogrids, which I'll show you here in a second. This is a construction company we did in Salt Lake City. That's not really has to do with cleaning, but I want to show you, the diversity, because basically all SEO is being able to understand the industry and be able to create, content around that and get the right keywords correctly. And if you're good at it, it's not that hard. So this person actually wanted to be on the first page of Google for accessory dwelling units. And I remember I said, hey, so just so I know that this is going to be worth your time, what kind of profit is that? And I believe you told me, I think I have it here actually. Yeah, you told me that the profit on each one was about $30,000 to $60,000 for each one that he built, like in someone's backyard. And they would use them for offices, or maybe they'd rent them out and things like that, like kind of like mother-in-law apartments, but not necessarily above the garage sort of thing. So we were able to get them on the first page of Google for like ADU Builder Park City. That's where all the billionaires live up there. Master Bedroom Suite Edition, Salt Lake City, Accessory Dwelling Unit Builder, Salt Lake City, ADU Contractor, Salt Lake City, Master Suite Edition, Second Story Edition, kind of high value keywords, which are pretty good. So it's just kind of like an example of how, doing the right SEO can get people on the first page of Google, and it makes their phone ring. They're able to get more leads, more inquiries, and more clients, This one was in Salt Lake City, where I'm from. Well, I'm originally from California, but it doesn't really matter. But I just left Salt Lake City to move to Florida. But, we'll see here, apartment cleaning, Salt Lake City, number one. Bi-weekly cleaning, event cleaning keywords, more bi-weekly cleaning keywords, post-construction cleaning. This was during COVID, so we had electrostatic disinfecting going on, deep cleaning, office cleaning, COVID-19 cleaning from when that was going on, eco-friendly cleaning, coronavirus cleaning, event venue cleaning, things like that. And so we go a little bit further down here. I think these are more keywords from that same company we talked about before. And I think, yes, that was the same one. And then we have window cleaner here in New Jersey for Ashbury Park. They had window cleaning near me. Ashbury Park all over the place, which was great. Best window cleaner. All of these are on the first page of Google. Let's see here. These are the geogrids we talked about. So this is like a cleaning service in California where they went from not being found very well at all to being found in the Google Maps very well, which was great. I think this was over a period of 3 months, which was a pretty good win. All right, and I think there's maybe one more here I wanted to show you, and I'll let you go. There's going to be a part 2 coming up where I'll show you a live example from actually our rank tracking software. So you'll be able to see exactly what it looks like, from the software and not just screenshots. So here is a commercial cleaning company in New Jersey, and you're going to see this change. This is a GIF or a GIF or whatever you call it. And you're going to see a change starting from this red area. And so the red areas mean, well, actually, let me go back a little bit. This geogrid tells you where you're showing up in Google Maps and how far away you're showing up as far as a radius goes. So when you see that there's a lot of red, that means they're not showing up very well in their area at all. But in patches, they're showing up in certain areas in the maps. And that's the 3-pack. So whenever you Google something and you put in commercial cleaning company and whichever city they were in, it'll show you maybe some ads at the top, then it'll show you the Google Maps, then it'll show you the organic listings, right? And so they weren't showing up very well at all. And then you can see here, there's the date, May 7th, 2024. Its search term was commercial cleaning and 144 square miles, okay? So we'll go ahead and click on that. And we'll start to see it change month to month as we're working on the SEO. Okay, so as it goes back to red, you'll see it's making a loop. Green. Okay, so May, June, July, August, September, October. So we were able to do SEO for them to be able to change those geogrids where they weren't really showing up at all in their area to showing up all over the place in positions 1, 2, and 3. The stars are showing, when it shows a star, that's showing its position number 1. So anyways, that is SEO, and those are real examples of our company being able to do SEO for cleaning companies and a few other types of companies as well. So thanks for your time. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you soon.